Little bit of chickens. What's up, guys? Y'all having a good time back here? Thought I'd come on here live, show you the chickenness of the chickie. Hi, guys. Say hello. You're Insta Live. We got the chickens going on back here. Yeah? Tell me more. So I made them a little mound of stuff. I took the rake and just mounded it all up. They love digging through it, and by tomorrow morning that'll all be flat. But we got our chickens all over the property here. Hey guys, you gonna say hello to my peoples? Hello, chickenness, chickenness. And yeah, you can see in the yard where they dig holes. If you've never had chickens, they dig worse than dogs. So they have this big backyard, you guys, to dig all around in. All the wonderfulness that is being a chicken. I don't think these chickens know how good they got it, because we spoil them. Spoil them big time. Thought I would show you. It's been a little while, I guess, since I've shown you my chickens. But yeah, the greenhouse is doing well. I just poured some little concrete in this area here, quickcrete, so I'm trying to keep them out. So I've been kicking them away. Get out of here. Because when it rains, it's like a gloppy, muddy mess right there. So I laid down quite a bit of quickcrete. I laid it down, what is it, 4:55? I laid it down about 45 minutes ago. So I'm trying to let it set, and keeping these girls out of it has been a challenge. Little turd balls. Yes, these are my chickens, you guys. We take good care of them. Of course, let me back up. This is the customized hen house that we had built for them. Again, they don't realize how good they got it. We got a nice big hen house for our 26 backyard chickens. And so, as you can see, we have a huge backyard for them to roam around in. Sometimes people ask if we have hawks that fly down. So those are like the trees around it. It's really not that kind of, get out of there. Last thing I want is one of them to swallow some of that quick concrete, and then we have dead chicken in the morning. A lot of people wonder if like hawks come down and get them. No, I've never had hawks be a predator to our chickens, at least where we live here in South Carolina. So yeah, during the summer, this is nice green grass. Of course, you can see a lot of the hay when I rake out the hen house. I rake it out into the yard, and of course, then they pick through it and spread it around. It's really sustainable. It's neat the way these chickens operate. And so that's the thing. There's our greenhouse we actually had built last year. So this is the first time that we've been able to grow some stuff. And we actually have things growing. You can see the greenery coming in thanks to my friend Kitty Caddick. She gave us those strawberry plants. She's a Jimmy Rants follower. And then there's something there. But then the next one over, basil, more basil, some dill. All kinds of things that were growing in there. And here's where we regenerated some spearmint. Oh, gotta get the girls out of the concrete. Get out, get out, get out. No, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Oy. This is why I've been guarding it. All right, so let's go back and see what you guys are saying. I wanted to show you around my property. Imperfectly Healthy says, I have backyard chickens too. You guys do not need to be near here. Get out of here. They're a pain in my turd sometimes. Tears of gratitude with the message I sent you earlier, but I think you skipped it. Only saw the question about ADAPT. Scroll up. I had a major breakthrough. Well, congratulations, Beth. Yeah, sorry I didn't respond. It's been an extremely busy day for me. So sorry if I didn't comment on that, but I did see it. Congratulations. You got to get some geese. Goose eggs are amazing. Oh, if I had my druthers about me, Joshua, I would get ducks. But with ducks, you got to have a hydroponic, aquaponics, and I just don't have the ability to do that. But thanks for sharing. But geese might be an option because you don't need a hydroponics for geese. Yeah, they do like to dig holes. I used to have some, yeah. Notoriously dig holes. See, I love the way this one here, see how they're kind of like inching closer to that concrete. Get away, you do not need to be near this concrete. I should put them all in the little coop tonight. Go ahead and put them in because it's getting close to the time that they would go in there naturally. Just trying to make sure that set's really, really good. Because the last thing I want is to wake up in the morning and see with them going stuck in the concrete. Chicken envy, says Beth. I don't have chicken envy. No, get. Beep. Ugh, I'm getting my exercise in, you guys, having to chase these crazy birds away. Been doing this the last hour. If you're just joining us, this is not a Jimmy Rants. This is a chicken Rants. And these are my flock here in my backyard. 26 in total backyard chickens. You are a pain in my butt. You need to go, just go. All right. They are pretty chickens. Thank you, New Bill Janet. We like them. And what's funny, 16 of them we raised from little chicks last year. So less than a year ago, we didn't have those 16. So like this one here is one of our new ones. The white one there. Most of the flock are brand new. Now this one back here, that's Squawky. She's one of our original flock. And then this one right here we call the other, because when we first brought her home, she was just the other with all the rest. All the rest of them had tribes. She would just go with whatever tribe would have her, so we called her the other. And then that one back there, Snow White, the white one, we also got her shortly after we got the original flock. So not many of the original flock left. Most of these are brand new ones. They are pretty chickens. Thank you for that. Beautiful, says Bonnie Lene. Thank you. Is it easy to feed them or have the terrain produce their food? Well, they could probably get quite a bit when it's warmer off of the land, because there's lots of grubs and bugs and things that come to the surface when it's warmer. When it's colder, the ground can be kind of hard sometimes on them to be able to peck and look for things. And so it's a little harder during the winter. So we do supplement with some mealworms. I'm letting this concrete dry, or I would go in there and get some mealworms and show you. But they do love the mealworms, which I tried to feed them on occasion, gives them extra protein. But they pretty much eat whatever you throw to them. You want to know that they're the worst savages in the world. You got extra stuff you want to feed, then they'll eat it. Get away. Get away. Aye. In fact, their favorite food? Chicken. One time I had a rotisserie chicken that didn't quite taste right. It was kind of gross to me. So I threw it back here and they ate the whole thing, carcass, bones and all. By the next morning, it was gone. So yeah, I guess they know what good nutrition is. And yes, we have keto chickens apparently. All about the keto chickens. We also feed them one more thing, Alberto. There is this feed called, get out of here, called Laina Crumbles. And in there, it's got oyster shell, which helps to make their shell stronger. So we do include that. Hey, little one. You gonna talk for my Instagrammers? Huh? You gonna talk for my Instagrammers? Hey, baby. Yeah? I see your brother just showed, or sister just showed up. Sister from another mother. Love your property. Thank you. Yes, this is my other building you hear me talk about. Up there is where I do all my podcasts. Right there is where I'm in like the little massage chair and the infrared sauna. I got a hot tub right there. It's my chillaxing thing on my property. So yeah, guys, get away from the concrete. I'm gonna put a cap in you. Come on. Get. 'Oy vey. 26, what do you do with all the eggs, says Keto Cricket. So this is the fun part. We obviously don't eat that many eggs. Even on my carnivore experiment, I'm not eating that many eggs. And so what do we do with the extra? We actually help families that can't afford to buy quality food, and we give it to them. And we help them out in that way. We feel it's kind of a ministry, because if we preach about real food and we can't help other people get access to real food, then that's kind of hypocritical. So we not only eat it ourselves, but we try to make it accessible to people that can't afford to have the good quality stuff. I saw different egg colors on your past post. Does differences come from the same chicken? No. Chickens lay the same colored eggs. So let me see if I can find the one. So that white one there, that is a leghorn. So leghorns lay white eggs, okay? So the white one there lays white eggs. Then we have, and I'm trying to make sure they don't get in the concrete. Get out of here. No, get, you little turd. Ran right through it. You get stuck in that concrete, I can't pull you out. Let's see. We also have, I'm trying to find her. There's one while keeping the birds out of the concrete. This is hard to do to Instagram Live and keep the birds out of this concrete. Oh, there's the one. Okay, so the Snow White I was telling you about. So that one right there that's pecking at the ice chips. That one is an Americana. The Americana lays green eggs, okay? So then, I can't find the other Americana, but we have two other Americanas that aren't white, but they lay blue eggs, and then everybody else does various colors of brown, beige, that kind of thing. Christine's wanting definitely to get birds that will do those chocolate colored eggs. People are like, well, are they different flavors, the different colored ones? No, they all taste like eggs, but they're just different colors depending on the breed. So no, the same breed will not do different colors. That would be a trip. I would make millions, billions if I could breed a bird that laid different colored eggs every time it laid. That Keto Blonde knows all about that. Hey, Jessica. So Jess came and visited. She's been in our backyard, held one of our chickens. Jess, it's a whole lot more chickens than when you were here. We have 26 now, but Jess has her own chickens and farm of her own. So she knows. She's been down this path. Nice greenhouse. Thank you. Yeah, we got that one from Costco and paid a guy to put it together, a couple of guys, and it's been doing a good job. We did add one element to it that has been all the difference during the winter months, and it's that little heater right there. So all it does is blow a little bit of steady, warm air, and it keeps it very fertile inside of there. All right, I gotta come back because they're getting into the concrete. Get away! How hard is this to get away? Get away! Oy vey. You're killing me, Smalls. Do they help aerate the ground? Well, they do scratch at the ground. So, oh, there's the one back there that lays the blue egg. She's way over in the corner. Yes, so yeah. And of course, they poop everywhere, you guys. So during the summer, this is the most green, lush grass you've ever seen. Get out, get. Oi, I am definitely gonna see one in the morning going, dude, I'm stuck in the concrete. If you're just joining us, this is not a Jimmy Rants. It's a chicken rants. And I laid down some concrete because usually we have flooding right here where it makes it really hard to step right here and the water kind of builds up. So I laid down a bunch of Quickcrete. Been out here about an hour trying to let it dry, but they have been keeping me running, trying to keep them out of it. Two of them have already run through it, so I'm not sure if it's set quite yet. It looks still a little bit wet. So All right, back to your questions. They're so cute. Thank you, Laomisha. We do love them. I mean, they're not pets. People ask often, are your chickens pets? I said, well, you do grow somewhat of an attachment to them. They are certainly hilarious in some of their antics that they do. So in that realm, they can serve as animals that give you entertainment. But for me and for Christine, we do see them as a means to an end. Oh, there's that one. This is one of our more beautiful birds in the entire flock. She lays blue eggs. So she's one of our funky monkey ones, but I love all the markings on her. Yeah, so we just love them and give them love and tender care, but they are a means to an end. They give us eggs, they poop our breakfast, and they poop breakfast, and then someday they'll be literally winter chicken dinner. Yeah, so we've had to process a couple of them from the original flock. One was already older when we brought her home, so we processed her and gave that chicken to a needy family. We have had some just spontaneously die, and we're told, in fact, a couple of Silver Lace Wyandottes, which is what this breed is, we rescued them from a Hannibal Lecter situation across the street. She had them locked up in a concrete building with no sunlight and didn't let them roam free. And then she'd throw them a little bit of food and then spray down the concrete and come back the next day. So it was horrible. So we rescued them from across the street. But we've lost a couple of the Silver Lace Wyandottes. No, you are a big bird, but get out of here. But we do take care of them, because I think if you are a caretaker of the animals and you take good care of them and make sure they got fresh water, which we do, make sure that they got a nice place to be. And I don't know if you can see it in there, but we have a nice little heating lamps to keep them warm, because it is a little bit chilly right about now. We take good care of them and give them all the comforts that they could ever want. And then they reward us with delicious and beautiful eggs. Now, 26 chickens, you might think, do you get 26 eggs a day? Doesn't work that way. The eggs are laid somewhere around 18-ish, every 17 to 18 hours. So if they lay an egg like this morning, they may lay an egg late in the day tomorrow. Well, then they may not lay the next day after that, but then they'll lay the day after that. So that's kind of the way it works. So people think 26 chickens, you're going to get 26 eggs a day. It's not quite that way. Today, of the 26 birds, we got 18 eggs. So that's about average, maybe 17, 18. Some days it's a whole lot less than that. I want to say 3 or 4 days ago, it was like 8, but that's when it turned colder. And so changes in the temperature, changes in the environment, all of that can impact how many eggs they lay in a day. Nancy, Virginia Beach, how many eggs? I just answered that one. So how long will the quickcrete take to set? Well, it was supposed to be the fast setting kind. And plus, like I said, this is about bedtime for the chickens. So they'll all be going inside that door automatically. And this is the coolest thing. When we first set this whole building up, they didn't know what to do. And so they slept out here. We have this little one here still. They slept out here, and they were like, one of them got up on the roof on top of my solar panels up there. It was a mess when we first got this thing built. But eventually they realized, oh, that's where we go in. And so I don't even have to like guide them in there. They just go in there, and it's 5:15-ish now. By 5:30, they should all be inside the hen house, and they just do it automatically. You got a few stragglers that want to just hang out here and walk around and do whatever they're going to do. But for the most part, they know where to go when the time comes. What do you do during the nighttime? Do they enter the house? Yes. Well, I'm answering all the questions that you have right as you're asking them. So, yeah. Hey, Squawky. Hey, buddy. She's probably our oldest one on the property, right at about 3.5 years old now. So, as long as they still lay eggs, we still keep them around. But if not, Squawky, you become winter chicken dinner. We call her Squawky because when we first brought her home, that's all she would do is squawk. But she still squawks, but not nearly as much as when she was a little one. There she goes. You hear her squawking? Squawky. You gonna squawk for us again, little one? Huh? Squawky. Whew. She's scaredy too. See, that one went back there. They like to dig around all around the backyard. Little stinkers. All right, is it time for bed? Y'all going to bed? You little turd ball. Time to go to bed. All right, do you ever end up with too many, or do the eggs last long? So thank you for that, Bonnie. A lot of people think, okay, well, don't eggs spoil? Well, keep in mind, this is fresh, farmed, so to speak, eggs. And so you don't refrigerate them. That freaks people out too. They're like, wait a minute, you've got to put the eggs in the refrigerator. No, you don't. When they are freshly laid and they don't have an extreme scrubbing program on them where you're washing them to the nth degree, you're not washing away all the protective mechanisms of the egg. And so we leave them out on the counter. We currently have probably about 5 dozen on the counter. We'll be giving those away very soon. But keep in mind, we get 18 a day. So that's just like the past 3 days worth of eggs. Get out of here. Get. You little stinkers. They're trying hard to piss off Daddy, and they're doing a good job. All right. And so with the extra eggs, we don't worry about them spoiling because they will actually last about a month to 6 weeks out on the counter. Now, obviously, they don't last that long, but they could. And then right before you cook them, then you wash them, break them open. So when you see me post eggs that come from my backyard chickens, those are ones that probably were laid within the last few days, and I washed right before it was time to cook them. In fact, in Europe, Bonnie, you'll find this interesting. When we went to the UK a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, they have all of their eggs within the middle shelves. That freaks out Americans because they're like, wait a minute, don't they spoil? But see, Americans don't understand those eggs that are in the grocery store aren't eggs like come from these chickens. Those eggs have been whitewashed, literally, and stripped of all their external nutrients, so they have to be refrigerated or else they do go bad. Savage chicken, yeah, they yeah, running through my concrete, that's for sure. My farm boy husband says chickens make a good alarm system if people drive up. Is it true for your girls? Not with driving up. About the only time they've acted kind of weird is when that big lunar or solar eclipse happened. What was that, a couple of years ago? We had a solar eclipse, and it came right here, and it was a total eclipse. And Christine and I were back here looking up at the sky. In fact, there's the moon. Looking up at the sky, and as soon as it started getting dark, our girls started making so many weird noises, like groaning noises. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? So that's the only time I've ever heard them do things that reacted to something going on in the environment. Otherwise, they just squawk like normal chickens do. See how they're going into the coop now? There's a bunch of them. They know it's that time of day. And Jimmy's starting to get cold in his face standing out here because it is about lower 40s, upper 30s out here. And I'm wearing shorts and t-shirt. Let's see here. Chickens eating chicken. They're cannibals. They really are, Keto Cricket. People don't realize that. Chickens are indeed savages. I love the black and white ones. Yeah, those ones there, I assume you're talking about these here. That's called a silver-laced Wyandotte. So those are the ones we rescued from the Hannibal Lecter situation across the street. And I'm glad we did. First night we brought them home, they flew up on the top of that fence, the top of this fence. They were pooping all over the place. They actually jumped that fence, got over there, pooped all over my car. I was like, okay, I hope this ends. And then they realized we're not treating them like the people across the street. And quickly they became very lovable and acclimated quite well. And they were just little chickens, maybe 3-4 months old at that point. So they weren't being treated bad. And then we started treating them well. And they have rewarded us with nice, beautiful eggs. Hi, little one. Are you doing that little whine that you like to do? You are my little whiner. There's one, yeah, she's the one. We call her Mario because when we first got her and she started squawking, you can hear it. She sounds like Mario from Donkey Kong. You gonna do it for me? Huh? You gonna do it for me? You know how Mario and Donkey Kong sounds just like Mario. Bye, Mario. All right. No, get out of here. Get. Turn my back for one moment and they're all up in here. Get out of here. Get. Oy vey. Buff Orpington, you deserve it if you get stuck in the quickcrete. That is a beautiful looking bird right there. Thank you, Miss Keto. We're pretty proud of these birds and we do take good care of them because quite frankly, they take good care of us with the eggs that they give us. Love the chickens. Thank you, Medusa. Hi, guys. Oh, Olga's on here, Keto Reality. She's had some of our chicken eggs, so she knows. She knows. It's good stuff, ain't it, Olga? A chicken runs through it, the saga of Jimmy. That's the story of this concrete, isn't it, Grandma? Does Keto? So if you're just joining us, this is not a Jimmy Rants. This is a Chicken Rants. And I am showing my backyard. So I'm standing in my backyard here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We have 26 backyard chickens. You often hear me talk about real whole foods. This is about as real as it gets, you guys. And yes, where I'm stepping around, there's poop I'm stepping in. So I'm gonna have to clean that off my shoes here before I get in the house. But man, oh man, is it worth it? Yes, it's very worth it. Get lots of fresh, organic, free-range eggs. As you can see, they can free-range all over this gigantic backyard. We have 3/4 acres, and this is, most of it is this backyard, the 3/4 acres. Do the eggs taste different? Nope, they're eggs. Hey, Steph Dodier, thanks for being here, showing off my chickens. As my friend Joel Salatin would say, gotta show the chickenness of the chickens, because they sure are weird creatures sometimes. So I'm watering my greenhouse stuff, and then they start pulling this crap here. See how they're like getting at the water that kind of seeps through the bottom? Meanwhile, they have a big old bucket full of water, all the water they could ever want in the world, but they want to drink that water. Now tell me they're not weird creatures. That's just wackadoodle. Green eggs and ham are keto, folks, not just a story. Exactly. If your chickens get into the herb garden and you butcher them, they taste like what they ate. Well, I'm not letting them get in my herb garden. Usually most of the herbs that we grow are in the front yard or in the greenhouse. We do have a tomato garden around back during the warmer temperatures, and then back here where they're hanging out right here, we have that partitioned off and we grow stuff back here. But yeah, I suppose if they ate sage, you would have sage-flavored chicken if you processed them and ate it shortly thereafter. Yes, kitty cat chickens. I showed off your strawberry plants a while ago, Kat. In fact, I'll show you since you're here. Hopefully you're still here. They are thriving quite well. And so you gave us all of these beautiful strawberry plants. I didn't have any hope that they would last, but they've not only lasted, but they're starting to grow, and I can't wait. I know it takes a little while for strawberries to grow, but we've got strawberry plants galore thanks to you. Get out of there. Get. Yeah. Oi. Oy vey. Like I said, they're the bane of my existence. I both love them and hate them all at the same time. Those chickens are like my children. They don't listen. No, these do not listen. Like I said, they are the bane of my existence, but I do love what they do for me. Yes, getting in quite the workout. Or like chicken dance rants, yes. Isn't it time for y'all to go to bed? Y'all are up a little later than you normally are, although the sun does stay up pretty late. It's still daylight out here. But when it gets about this time of day is when they start to see. I love how they like peck at the edge, like, oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just looking. It's like a kid on Christmas time, but it's not quite Christmas Day, and they're like shaking the present. I'm just looking. No, don't even think about it. No, you get inside. Ugh. Oy vey. This has been my last hour and a half, you guys. Hello, grass-fed girl. Thanks for being here, Caitlin. I'm showing off my chickens. What is the life expectancy, Alberto? So that's an interesting question. A lot of people think chickens don't live beyond just a few years. They actually can live, 10, 12, 15 years if you let them. Although once they get beyond like 3, 4 years, they're actually not worth eating because the meat would be too tough. So if you're going to process them, you generally need to do it within like age 3 or 4 at the worst. But to me, as long as they're still laying eggs, they're still viable for me. I'd rather have their eggs because over the long haul, you're going to get more nutrition out of the eggs they're laying than the one chicken dinner that you would have from them. So lovely to see your animals running free. Thank you, Jill Gardner. That's how we roll in the Moore homestead. We have this little, this right here is a dirt pit where they kind of dig around, but they dig everywhere. I made them a little pile here today. If you're just joining us, I've been pouring concrete, and I came on here because I've been waiting for it to dry, desperately trying to keep them out of it. No, you do not want to drink concrete water. Get out of here. Get. Kids are already asking for a few, says Kitty Caddick. Yeah, you should. Hopefully I show it's not really that big a deal. Pretty much in the morning time, I take that hose and I fill up all their water containers. If it's icy, I have to sometimes get some warm water on the stove, pour that kind of boiling water into their watering stations so they have water to drink. Although the water that's inside their coop never freezes because it's warm in there. Get out of here. Y'all are ticking me off. Why don't you go to bed? Go to bed. And then I make my way into the coop with the water hose. I spray down where they crap on top of the little coop thingy in there. See if I can sneak in here without stepping in the concrete. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Oh, there you go. You can see they're on their little roosting bar in there. They got the little food thing down there. See them eating from it. And there's the heater. There's the little boxes. So yeah, we give them a nice little setup in there. And then I take some hay that they pooped all over. I sweep it to the side onto the floor of the coop and then replace it with fresh hay. About once every couple weeks, I'll rake it out, which is where we get all this hay that's down here where I've raked out the coop. And then I collect the eggs as they lay throughout the day. And they literally lay all throughout the day. So there's no one time of the day that they lay all times of the day. Are they laying eggs since it's cold? Does the heat lamp keep them laying? Oh, and not just the heat lamp keep them laying. We did something this year that we've never done before. See those little hanging lights in there? So that gives them light. And when you give them light, it keeps their little circadian rhythm for laying eggs going. So it's not a whole lot of light. It's just enough light to induce that. And yes, we're getting about 17, 18 eggs a day with the occasional weird day of 12, 9, 13. But most days we're getting about 17, 18 eggs, even during the winter months, because we're giving them, good, oh, that didn't hurt, a good way to do it. And I think I got some of that concrete on my shoe because my foot's starting to get tight. So I hope the concrete doesn't set on my foot here. They like to lay the egg on a specific place or all around the place. They actually know to go into the cubby holes. It's kind of like how a cat knows to go to the litter box. They know to go in their little cubby holes over there. See those little cubby holes? So they go inside there and they know to lay there. Now, occasionally we will have ones that will lay randomly in the yard, but that's rare. In fact, while we were gone on a trip one time, walk over here. While we were gone on a trip one time, around the corner, the lady that was watching our house for us, she found about 20 eggs that were all blue. So our little leghorns, the new leghorns, they had been laying eggs back there and we didn't even notice. So yeah, they will sometimes find random places, but most of the time they know to do it inside of the coop in those little cubby holes. We had one Rhode Island Red that laid a double yolker every week, but she was done for the week. LOL, yes. We rarely get double yolkers. We'll occasionally get them, but it's not regular that you get that. But of course, we don't eat all the eggs either, so maybe some of the people we've given the eggs to do. One telltale sign is it'll be a humongous egg, which we do get a few of those. So a really, really large egg, which you know, oh my gosh, that had to hurt coming out, we know has the potential to be a double yolker. I can't get eggs here in Tennessee right now. I have to go to the store to get mine until they start laying again. Yeah, that is what happens. All right, girls, it's starting to get time for your bedtime. It's time to get, see that little hole right there? You need to go right to that hole. Yeah, you, hole, you, hole, you, hole, you, hole. I wonder if I came in behind her. Could I coax you into the hole? Yeah, could I coax you in there? Could I nope, she's not having any of that. They're so cute, look delicious, BB says. Yeah. Yeah, they could be delicious someday, that's for sure. My grandmother never refrigerated her eggs, says 3 cheers for keto. No need to, not when they're fresh eggs. Wash them right before using. Yep, that's the time to do it. I live in farm area in town. They won't let us have chickens unless we're out of town. Weird. That is weird that if you're in a farm area, they don't let you lay chicken eggs. Now, what's fascinating is this is the ice that was left from this morning in the little buckets. They like to peck at the ice. Again, they have a whole thing of water, but they'd rather peck at the ice to get water. It's the weirdest thing. They are some weird birds. Chickens and all live farm animals freak me out. They scare me. Nah, nothing to be scared of, that's for sure. I certainly understand if that's some phobia you have, but there's no reason to be scared. They can't hurt you. They won't hurt you. They'll peck at your feet every once in a while, but not a big deal. What pretty butt nugget mamas. Yes, exactly, Kimberly. And they take care of us in that realm. All right, slowly we're dwindling down. We got about over half of them are already into the coop for the night. So here's another one heading that way. Are you gonna make it? You gonna go? She's slowly drifting towards the hole. Yeah, the hole's right there. Keep going. It's right there. It's right there. Keep going. It's right there. Keep going. Keep walking. No, don't get in the concrete. Go. Keep going. That way. That way. That way. That way. That way. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Ah, yes. Another one bites the dust. Chicken, says Filanka. Thanks for being here. No. Let's don't run through that. There you go. You go in there. See, this is our time of night. What are you growing in your greenhouse? Thanks to Kitty Caddick, we have 1 million strawberry plants. So we got that in there. Pretty much a lot of things, some herbs. We're trying to create some seedlings for when it's time to grow our main garden in the spring. It's amazing such a good thing comes from them. Yes, Robin, this is the secret sauce of a ketogenic lifestyle. Are real chickens that can lay you beautiful eggs. And what people don't realize is what that bird right there is able to give me in the form of an egg is far more nutritious than what you can buy in the grocery store. Now, I understand some people can only buy in the grocery store, but what you get omega-3 fatty acid-wise from a bird that lays your eggs. Now, of course, a bird lays the ones in the grocery store too, but those are usually tortured, not allowed to free range, not allowed to peck at the ground like these guys are, looking for grubs and worms and whatever. That's the way a chicken's supposed to be raised. Not these big farms where they do horrible things to the birds. Keep going, keep going. There you go. Another one bites the dust. You going next? Are you next? Are you next? Get. See? See, they know. Keep walking. Don't keep one foot out. Keep going, keep going. Don't back up, don't back up. Oy vey. Are you gonna stay out here with me all night? Are you ready to be an internet star? Is that what you are? Are you trying to be an Instagram star? I would be losing my mind, says Crystal. Nah, you'd be fine. Like kids hovering over a cookie jar. Yeah. Does the chickens come from the eggs or the eggs from the chickens, says Low Carb Keto for Life. Does it really matter? It's chicken and it's eggs. Beautiful. Do you process them yourself when they're ready to be eaten? Thank you, BB. Actually, I have not taken that move yet. That's a big move when it's time to process a chicken that you've been taking care of, like this little guy. Because I take care of them every day, it would be very hard for me to be the one processing. I know I need to do that at some point, and I have seen it done before, where they chop off the head and they pluck all the feathers and all that stuff. So I have seen it done, but I myself have not done it. That's hardcore when the time comes. I definitely want to do that, but no, I've given that duty to someone else to do. And she did it as a little girl, so she knew how to do it. Got another one going in? Are you going in for the night? Have you had enough of this chicken scopes? Yep, she's like, I'm out of here. Who's next? Are you next, little one? You're my little personality one that's got all the beautiful markings. Are you going in? Yeah, you gonna look around first? Scope this out. I think you're gonna get past here. There's somebody else. Drink, 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 drink. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Drink, 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 drink. Go, 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 go. Drink, drink, go, go. Drink, 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 drink. Go, 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 go. Like my sound effects. Concrete egg, says Alberto. Yeah, I'm hoping, well, it's gonna get frozen tonight. Because it's gonna go below freezing tonight. So this will definitely set the concrete tonight. Chicky Chick makes the best eggs. They sure do. Jumping for Keto was here. Although when she was here about a week ago, it was pouring down rain, so she wasn't able to see our chickens. So we did tell you that it was like gloppy mess out here. So we just laid some Quickcrete Jumping for Keto so that when we come out here to clean the coop, we got a hard, solid ground, not gloppy mess with our feet going into quicksand. Thanks for documenting your carnivore trial, thinking about doing it. I'm worried about too much protein, Mia to Chi. I wouldn't worry about that. If you're worried about too much protein, that's why I'm doing a keto carnivore, not just carnivore. There's a lot of people doing carnivore where it's maybe 40% protein, 45% protein. That's not what I'm doing. I'm aiming for 70 to 80% fat, which makes the protein between 20 to 30% protein, which is still higher than what I've typically been doing, but I haven't seen any issues in my ketone levels or my blood glucose as a result. Rinse your feet and crock before the cement sets. Yeah, I have rinsed it twice, actually. I was kind of half joking. I think that's just the mud and the poop and all that stuff. Why did you guys come back out and go back to bed? This ain't party time. I guess because I'm still out here, they think it's still time to be here. Y'all are little divas is what you are. Is it keto approved to still work out with Jillian if I don't listen to her nutrition? No comment. Just kidding, says Rip Mom Bod. Do you think organic free range in the store will be still be a bit nutritious with omegas and such? Maybe, but you still got the fact that it's in the store and how long did it take to get to the store. And they can slap organic on pretty much everything these days. I don't buy that organic really means as much as people think it does. So I still think it's best if you can find a local farmer who has a little munchkin like this one that can lay eggs. Support those farmers more so than buying some store-bought, quote-unquote, organic eggs. Do you have a hatch door so you can stop your concrete guarding workout? No, I'm okay. I mean, it's almost set. Like I said, it's been out here now about an hour and 45-ish minutes. So and this was quickcrete, so it should be getting close to being set now. Yeah, it's still a little bit tender, but it's getting close. Definitely by the morning after an overnight freeze, that thing's gonna be hard as a rock, which is what we wanted. If you ever worked in a chicken processing plant, you would never want that store-bought eggs or chicken again. Yeah, Crystal, for sure. Let's see. Are y'all going to bed now? Huh? Are you finally gonna go in? My nose is starting to run. I've been out here so long. I used to watch them run around with no head when my uncle processed his chickens. Well, people freak out when you chop off the head. I have seen, and when you chop off the head, they start flapping uncontrollably, and people think they're still alive and they're hurting. They're actually physically dead at that point. All that is an autonomic muscle contraction that's happening. So if you ever see video where they chop off the head, which I did live, I saw a live one at Paleo FX several years ago, and he chops off the head and he was explaining, look, it's dead at this point. It's dead. And so all that flopping is just autonomic muscle release. And so they're not feeling pain. It's gone. It's done. I know it's hard for people to wrap their heads around, but that is what's happening. Are y'all going to go in that little hole now? So inspiring. Thank you, Kitty Caddick. I do love my cheekies because they take care of me. You poop my breakfast, don't you, little one? Do you poop my breakfast? What's amazing is people think, how do they keep clean? They actually do what's called dirt bathing. And so, like I said, you can see little remnants of where they've dug holes in the yard. So here's a hole. They actually dig holes. And by digging holes, big ones over here, see this big hole? It's where they've been digging in the ground, and they bury themselves into the ground. Now during the summer, they do that because the ground is cooler right there. But that's just one of the things that chickens do. I didn't know chickens did that. Yeah, are y'all gonna go to bed? There's only like 6 of you still out here, so why don't y'all go on to bed? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Do I need to sing the Sha-Na-Na song? Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go to bed. Yeah, they know I'm out here, says New Bill Jennett. Yeah, they really do. They're like, hey, Daddy's still out here. He may feed us something, so we don't want to miss that. Yeah, you don't need to be coming out in the yard. Come on. You don't need to be coming this way. Go back that way. Go back that way. Go back that way. Whee! Go back that way. Whee! Go back that way. There you go. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed. Fascinating Instagram Live. Hopefully you guys learned a few things about chickens. Are y'all going to bed? So if you just joined us, I've been showing my chickens because I've been waiting for this concrete to set here that I laid. I would like brown one baked with lemon and garlic, please. All right, they're going in. Are you going in? Go, 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 go. All right, so we got this one. I got that one. All right, so let me go for the far one first. I want you to see them all get in. It's already 5:45. Y'all would already be in there on your own if I wasn't doing a chicken scopes, chicken rants. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Last one. We're done. Hallelujah. So guys, that is it. Hope you enjoyed this little chicken video Instagram live thingy. I know I usually do Jimmy rants, but this was chicken rants today. So I think it's important to show that if you're all about real food, what that means. And what that means for us is growing stuff in our greenhouse in the winter, having chickens in the hen house, and during the warmer temperatures, growing gardens all over your property. If anything, just start doing one thing. Just grow herbs inside your house in a little pot. Stick it up on the windowsill, let it get sun. If that's all you can do, or all you want to do to start, so be it. But I think the goal is, if we're about real food, which so many of us are, then we need to be eating real food. We need to be making our own real food. One thing I would love to have back here, possibly someday, is goats. I'm not a big fan of goat's milk or goat anything, but that'd be fun to have. I would love to have ducks. I would love to have other kinds of animals. But you start where you start and you grow from there. So hopefully this inspired some of you that might have been interested in chickens, might have been interested in growing stuff, and just didn't know how all this worked. And guess what? Christine and I didn't know anything about any of this stuff when we started either. We just started doing it. And that's the best advice I can give you, is just start. Stumble along the way, don't know what you're doing along the way, then it's completely normal. So don't feel like you've got to have it all figured out, and don't feel like you got to have a big Taj Mahal of hen houses to get started either. We started off with just a little tent, and this was the coop when we first started. And now look what it is. That big old monstrosity back there. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna pop off of here. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.